The reality is that Star Wars in and of itself is not just a vast universe full of many different characters, many different eras, but it is always, always, always about the spiritual journey of what it is to become who you are.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
It's not easy being a Star Wars fan today, is it? Look, I'm not just here to talk about how the lore gets ruined by there being Sith in the show, like Theory is, and I'm not just here to talk about how this show will be a woke piece of garbage like all the other channels are. I'm here to say that these people don't even know the difference between good and evil anymore.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
Then it's about good and evil.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
I've been saying for a while on this channel that entertainment is not just entertainment, and that these stories must follow objective reality with human interactions to ring true, and that Star Wars is ultimately about God, and so on and so forth. But these creators don't seem to get any of that at all. And look, I know that not every fan does either. I definitely have the people that disagree with me in the comment section. And I know that there are so many people out there that are really distracted by things like explosions and lightsabers, and that they don't see all of this for what it is. But it's not a fan's job to understand all of that. It's the creator's job to. Star Wars is about a God-given moral good versus evil. Period. The balance of power and those that are allowed to wield it is still about good versus evil. This director is out there talking about power and imbalances of power and so on, and she's also talking about matriarchies and strong female characters to give you an idea of where her priorities are. She doesn't seem to understand Star Wars at all, and that's the continued problem from literally every single one of these directors. Now, I've heard a lot in the last 10 years of people having a misconception of what bringing balance to the Force actually means. People have what I believe to be a wild misunderstanding or out of context understanding of what it actually means to bring balance to the Force and what that prophecy is really all about.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force.
Now, despite my recent anger of Dave Filoni, his description is pretty good when he talks about the Native American belief of the white wolf and the black wolf, so look that up if you get the chance. But this new age and morally ambiguous understanding of balance is that there must be an equal parts balance of good and of evil. That is not what bringing balance to the Force means. Balance in Star Wars, and in all of reality for that matter, relates to harmony, and harmony is peace. The only force in existence that can truly bring peace is God, or in this case, the Force. And anything of God is good, and the good in Star Wars is the light side of the Force. Balance comes from the harmony. Balance comes from the peace brought about by good triumphing over evil. That's it. That is all of myth throughout all of time. Balance does not mean equal parts good and equal parts bad. Believing that some evil is okay or necessary is ultimately corrupting, and therefore evil. I mean, let's take the Jedi from the prequels, for instance. They had an overabundance of pride, which is, guess what, evil, that blinded them to Palpatine and his plans, which was also, guess what, evil. All heroes' journeys are about good and evil. And I even think that you can kind of make the generalized argument that all stories are ultimately about good and evil. But all heroes' journeys are very specifically about good and evil. This just further shows how out of touch with reality Hollywood has become. Their corrupted and evil view of the world is penetrating everything that they do, and the worst thing yet is that they believe that they are doing good in some kind of a perverse understanding of the concept of the word good. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. This show will not be good, and none of the future shows are going to be good either unless these creators start to make content that follows objective good and evil as their first priority, not all this other woke crap.
Initial D!
As a little side anecdote, I have this friend named Matt who always tells me that all of these movies and all of these shows are made on purpose to destroy religion and people's view of God, like some grand conspiracy to destroy myth and objective reality in the minds of mankind. I've always taken what he said with a grain of salt, like I do all conspiracies. Normally, there is some truth to conspiracies, but rarely do they ever actually explain the entirety of a single phenomenon. However, the more that these crappy and morally questionable shows and movies come out from Hollywood, the more I'm starting to believe him. Anyway, that's my thought for the week. The next 2 chapters in the Mary Sue video essays are nearly done and should be coming out this week, so be on the lookout for those. And thanks for your patience. I really am trying to make them as good as possible. I hope I've earned your subscription today. God bless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.